Hello, I'm out here at 366 Caribou Creek Road. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a run through of how this is laid out. So I'm up on Caribou Creek Road right now. The road basically divides the property in two. The eastern half of the property runs north and south, and then the western half of the property runs east-west. The western half is not really developed, and it does look like this driveway may provide access to a neighboring property. We'll have to find out what the details on the easement are, but that way does eventually start to have no trespassing signs after you get a ways down it. But obviously, you could still use that to get back in there, but it's not really developed on the western half. The creek is on the south end of the eastern half, and we're going to walk back there first. The house does have a little bit of work that needs to be done. They're intending to do a lot of it prior to closing. They've applied for a water right to pull water from the creek, but it looks like unofficially they may have been doing that for a while. I'll show you what I mean when we get back there. By the way, the county maintained roads, I'll go all the way directly to the property, and it's only about 1,000 feet of it that is dirt road once you get off the main drag. So, heading in, there are some other people looking at it right now, so you may hear a little bit of talking as we go past, just FYI. Okay, so heading back to the creek here. It is raging and roaring right now. Not very far from the house at all, just barely meeting the setback requirements, so you are real close to the creek here. Now, you can see this hose here, and then right next to the creek is a pipe that looks like it's been in use for a while. Underneath that tarp is probably a small pump. But they have applied for the water right, but have not heard anything yet. That was, I think they said about 6 months ago. Not surprising given the amount of new water requests, connection requests that people have, so. Okay. Now, there are various things in the house that are in the process of being finished. I'll start pointing them out as we go around. Looks like they've been doing good work, but it's just been in kind of a project for years and years since they've owned it. So, at the top here, you can see that the siding is not fully completed. That could pose an issue with certain types of loans. But it looks like they're intending on finishing this. We'll have to get the details. We know that they just talked about it the other day with the seller, and this 2,200 gallon tank here is supposed to be a water holding tank for here that they're eventually planning on hooking up to the source from the creek once they get approval. But for now, they're just trucking in water. Okay. This is the propane tank that is rented. And we're going to head around the other side here. I'll show you the other section of siding that has not been completed, but as I understand it, they're intending on completing that prior to closing. If you're hoping for a quick close, we could probably make arrangements for them to issue a credit for that to be taken care of post-closing. As long as there's no loan involved, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so you can see where that has not been completed. Small water tank that they've been using for now. Now the situation with the power is that the power is hooked up, but the cable that was used to run from the meter to the house was not sufficient. It only supported 2 amps of power, but it needs about 200. Well, 120 really, but okay. So inside it's very cozy, nice and warm. Propane fireplace is really making it feel nice in here. Good finishes, but you can see some spots like where the door jambs have not been fully finished. There's some spots where some outlets like here have not been fully finished. So there's some work that needs to be done, but it is nice what has been done. Walk-in closet for the master. Now, you can see this stairwell here. This is the access to the loft area. I'm gonna quickly head up there to show you. So you would need to leave this space clear, whereas they had this table here and I had to move it in order to get the stair. Okay. So this is that loft bedroom. Ceiling's a little low. For kids, it'd be great. Other than the exposed outlets. Once you take care of that, it should be fine. Okay, we are headed down. Pardon the jostling of the phone. Okay. And my finger's in the frame, sorry about that. Kind of hard to climb the ladder. Okay. So as you can see, the bathroom is not fully finished. I think they had grand plans, but it kind of got away from them after a while. Not terribly uncommon, unfortunately. You can see, just need some molding around that. But yeah, very cozy place. Just needs some work to get finished. Did want to point this out. This is what they have been using as a shower. Kind of living the off-grid life. You can see where it hooks up. That's a little propane heater. And then that's the tank. And the nozzle. So, it's going to take a little bit of work to get it to a point where it's fully livable. Oh, did also want to point this out. In one of the photos, there was a nice bench sitting right next to the creek. That is right over there. I would walk over there right now, but I took off my shoes when I entered the house. But I think you get the idea as we walked up to the creek earlier. Very nice setting. You just got to kind of keep in mind that half of the lot is not developed in any way and would be sort of difficult to develop as it's very heavily treed and it goes up a progressive slope. But this half, what they have developed, very nice. Hope this is helpful. If you do have any questions after viewing this, we'd be more than happy to either answer your questions if we know the answer right off the top of our head or dig into it for you. So, have a great day.